Going to be a magnificent event here in Hong Kong. Just 3 events into the 2024 Live Golf League season. It's a beautiful day and look at the crowds flocking through the entrances here.
The boys have been there a lot over the years.
We got the knowledge, you've got the experience, we've got a great chance.
When you've had success on a course, it gives you a good feeling.
Ian has obviously won in Hong Kong before, and Lee Westwood, there's something about that guy. He doesn't feel the heat in Asian conditions.
I've always enjoyed playing in Asia.
Been to Hong Kong a few times. It's one of the special cities of the world. It's got great energy to it.
It should suit myself and some of my teammates. It could be a strong week for Team Majesticks.
We're here to be a winning team.
But I think when you put it in perspective, it's like, okay, well, where is the result coming from? Because before you know it, we're going to be halfway through the season, and then we're going to be on the back nine.
I'm hoping this week with the grainy greens, with some fond memories, the new putter in the bag, we can rekindle some of that form on the greens, like I know I can.
It's like turning on a switch, and suddenly one round, one tournament comes out of nowhere, and probably that's what the Majesticks need right now, you know? That spark to get back onto the podium, and this golf course perfectly suits that.
This is a good golf course for us, and we just need to go and play some golf. Stop talking about how good this golf course is for us and actually go and deliver.
Ian Poulter, the only man who has tasted a victory on this golf course. He's on the tier 5. On a tear here in Hong Kong.
In some ways, when you play your best golf, this piece is not even in play.
Well, Ian Poulter knows his way around this golf course. He's running hard. That's his third into the 3rd hole.
You just play golf, and that's the most wonderful thing to have that feeling.
Another good shot.
All it takes is a couple of putts to drop it. He's a different player out there.
Ian Poulter off a fine second shot at the 9th. Oh, and that's a great birdie at the difficult 9th.
I didn't go to Hong Kong. My wife was having a baby.
That's the way to do it, Ian Poulter.
I watched it actually in the hospital. So I was like, I'm not going to sleep. I'm just going to open up the laptop and watch the boys. And we were in contention.
Teammate Henrik Stenson, who started wonderfully well here on day 1, 4 under par, his second shot into 11. Oh.
It was the first time through this process where we found ourselves and we had a sniff.
Lee Westwood's played a lot of golf in Asia during his storied career. That's for birdie at 12.
So seeing that first round, 4 birdies in a row and suddenly climbing.
Sam Horsfield for the Majesticks.
Moving forward at pace.
Henrik Stenson, this is the 6th green, this for birdie for the Swede.
We knew this was going to be a good golf course. It was short, tight, fiddly, it ticked every box, and it came to fruition. Like, we were there, we were at the business end.
Debrief. What's our debrief, boys?
Everything's improved, including my wedge putt.
You're a new man. You're a new man,
It's a
Westy.
whole new day.
Exactly.
I mean, literally,
You're gonna be sick of seeing my ass when I'm picking it
I'm
out.
not going to be sick of it. It'll
No.
actually be quite nice. The feeling you get from knowing you're playing well, driving the ball well, hitting your irons decent, chipping and putting, everything's in harmony, right? You don't have anything to think about. I'm going to have a better putting week this week.
4th week of the year. We need to improve on 7th.
We need our week. We've got a week coming at some point. I don't know when it is. It's coming.
It's good when all the guys are playing well because, you know, it's just a better mojo within our, you know, little locker room that we have, the little spaces that we have, the group chats. You know, guys are a lot more upbeat about things. It brings a complete different spike of energy to everyone.
I've got to say, that was transformation.
You look like a different human being.
All right, give yourselves both a pat on the back.
Well done, Oz.
Bigging each other up.
Do you ever pat yourself on the back, Henrik? Occasionally. Not with those performances, though.
All right, let's go.
And how's Henrik?
Henrik is how's Henrik?
Henrik is one of the people that he is the least open book of all of our players, right? Like he internalizes a lot of stuff. I think he puts a lot of stuff on himself to try and deal with.
Henrik's very calculated, and you know, sometimes I think he will admit himself he can bottle things up, and often with people that are, you know, calculated, they're thinkers, they absorb a lot, bottle things up at times. You do have to watch out for sure.
If there's things going on, I think that they can weigh quite heavy on Henrik, because I think he's carrying a lot of it himself. So Henrik is like someone like I'm watching closely.
Lovely.
That's what you think.
We all achieved some great things in the game and so on, but there's still that competitiveness and you want to do well, and that never goes away.
That's it. Good.
The way I look at it, if I 10 or 15 years ago could be in contention 5 times in a season, then maybe with the same now you might be in contention 2 times. The odds aren't in our favor at this point, and I think it's hard really to live like that.
We've known each other for, I mean, it's almost coming up 25 years near enough.
Yeah, it's 25 years.
So
back in 2000?
Yeah, right around that time, just before I got on tour back in the day, and Dan's based in Sweden. I go back in the summer, during the summer months.
I love this. It looks like I'm doing the barbecuing, but we just rolled in late and given this and everything's pretty much done. What do you think, Ronix? Is that good? It looks like you want food. Let's go eat. This is the best thing in the summertime. Swedish strawberries, almost as good as Swedish candy.
Alice, are you gonna eat with us? Dinner, Casper.
Straight onto the set.
Time away from golf is very important. There's nothing better than your children, right? You never forget the moment when they're born and all the kind of milestones along them growing up. You want to get me emotional here, don't you?
What's going on? Ronix is cuddling with a Swedish cat. This is getting stranger by the second. Come on, Roro.
It can be lonely out there when things aren't going well.
Are you cold? No.
I've certainly had some really high peaks, but there's been some really deep valleys as well.
This is probably one of my favorite sounds, hearing the wind in the masts on the sailboats.
We play a game where you very rarely win. You're kind of used to getting beaten up, either by the course or by your opponents.
Alice, what do you think about your dad's golf game?
It's been better. High standards.
You learn how to deal with that over the course of a long career, and if you were to be super disappointed every time you leave the golf course, I don't know how long 25 years would feel, but I know that would feel a lot longer than they have felt for me.
You got enough energy to go and buy candy?
Yes.
Get ready for some candy shopping. I love these. I used to eat these when I was a kid. Okay, let's have a few of these.
You've got to be able to kind of draw a line in the sand a little bit and leave that behind you.
There we go. That's 1.6 kilo. We got so much it won't close. Hey. the support you get from your immediate family is very important. You got a lot of candy. I don't know if I've always been the best at expressing that, so thank you, darling.
I love it.
And there you have it. You can buy love. The sun comes up tomorrow again, and hopefully you do the same. That's enough for me.
I'm having dessert later.
I think I've always been my biggest critic myself, so I hold myself to very high standards, and I'm very rarely satisfied myself with my performances. The perfectionist, that never goes away.
The love of my life, how I met him, we met on the golf course. We played a lot of junior golf together. I was from way up north and he was from the south. But we played some national team events together, and then we met through friends.
I was playing amateur golf and playing college golf in the States at South Carolina. And we just got together after the first year in college, and yeah, I spent a lot of time in South Carolina, and she traveled the world with me in the early years out on tour.
Ever since then, we've been hitting it off for 25 years or so.
It certainly helps having someone who understands the game and what it takes, to the hours you need to put in, and all the travel and everything as a wife, as a partner.
And so in many ways golf actually brought you together.
Yeah, for sure. That's what we've done ever since we were young. So it's fun. It's fun to see the younger kids play, and coming out here and watch them too. Kind of brings back good memories from the past.
As I get older and the kids get older, I mean, it's kind of always changing. It's not changing diapers at this point. It's more being part of their activities, and you know, with my son Carl, he's an avid golfer and competes and all that, so it's fun to follow and see his progress there.
What's it like being in a family of competitors?
That's a good question. I think competition is good, but it can be also very traumatic. I guess when you're young, you have to learn how to deal with it and channel the positives, but that comes with experience, I guess. And it's not always easy to do, even when you're older.
Always an option of some flying golf clubs or snapped golf clubs or something like that. You know, patience is a big part of golf, but when that runs thin, something's got to give. And on my end, over the years, I guess there's been more than one club put to rest.
It's funny sometimes. He preaches to Carl what to do and not to do, and then when Carl's out watching him, he comes in sometimes. He said, "Oh, I just wanted to give up, but Carl was watching, so I had to keep it together."
On your stomach, face down.
Dan, what's Henrik like to work with as a client and as a friend?
Can I be honest? All right. No, he's a fun fellow to be around, and just as a private friend, and he's quite, I'd say he could also be quite demanding working with, because would you agree on that, Henrik?
Yeah, but I feel like I'm letting you off the hook more than some others.
Yeah.
You should consider yourself a lucky one.
I think Henrik is one of the great players to play the game. His pursuit of perfection probably harms him at times, but some of the fiery temperament that he has is honestly the fact that he holds himself to such a high level. And he's a streaky putter. If he had a putter that was warm on a regular basis, Henrik would compete every single week. There's no doubt in my mind. If you look at the stats, Henrik is one of the most accurate drivers of the golf ball. And it's no coincidence that the tougher the golf course, the tougher the test, you will see Henrik at the top of the leaderboard 9 times out of 10.
The ball striking of Stenson is just ridiculous. He just crunches and
compresses, and there's got to be that frustration of, oh, I used to play like this, but yeah, he can send a club, he can snap a club.
Henrik Stenson is almost always tied first for fairways hit and greens in regulation, and last in putting. If he just makes 7 less putts in every tournament, I think he will be right up there in top 5.
The Majestic started really well yesterday.
Morning, boys.
More of that sort of magic when we hit the airwaves. Lee Westwood for birdie at 14.
I think there's certainly some momentum.
Henrik Stenson making a little noise out on the golf course.
I think Henrik was struggling in general that day.
Henrik Stenson for his par.
He did an incredible job to overcome the difficulty that he was having on the golf course to really grind.
So I think he gave everybody that positive reinforcement that we're doing the right things.
It's a great start that looks like it's set to continue here. The Majestics are on 26 under, seeking a good showing here.
And that was sort of my first feeling of, oh shit, they're in contention as a team.
You've got to start dropping these birdie putts for the Majestics. And that is magnificent from Sam Horsfield.
Seeing the Majestics up there on the leaderboard, you know, it brings out pressure. You want to do it for more than yourself. They're grinding out there for everyone.
Ian Poulter for birdie at 16, and the Majestics are a resurgence in 4th place.
It seems like they're the strongest when their back is against the wall.
It was a good thing for Henrik to get the bit between his teeth. I think generally when he does that and he sets himself a goal, he goes and hits it.
This is some racetrack, isn't it?
Are we going to have a punt tonight, Westy?
Yeah.
Right, Lee, who are we betting on? Where's he gone?
Brilliant, this, isn't it? I can't believe how big it is. Banked as well, eh?
Yeah. Well, if it wasn't banked,
You know, you don't get round, would you?
He's already got his bets on. Lee, have you had a bet already? Who's Westy back?
Red Hair King. Oh, they're coming.
Where's the finish line?
Damn, that was close. What won it?
The yellow.
Well, it wasn't number 1, was it?
No, that's a different.
That's race 6.
That's the next race. It was the guy in the yellow and black. What price did he come in at?
I don't know. It was quite a big price, I think. 3rd it finished. Number 1.
You get some dodgy lies on there, wouldn't you?
Tonight we're delighted to be joined by international golfers from Live Golf here at the Happy Valley Racecourse. What is the one thing that you have to do here at Hong Kong?
Shoot 64. Exactly.
These guys are, these guys have been at the top of the game for, decades. They've won across the globe.
Yeah, sure.
You're standing at Happy Valley Racecourse, one of the most iconic sporting venues in the world in Hong Kong, and there is a huge crowd of people buzzing to see them.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I think it's important for everyone to see that we're still one of the best players in the world in the sport that you've chosen to do, and people are appreciative of that. That's cool.
Since you've been here doing it, what's been the worst tip?
The first.
We're not naming names. We're not naming names. We're just going to sling them under the bus.
There was this one guy, and I went like beyond, right?
All out.
All out. Hot towel shave, like the shaving oil, and he gave me $0.
Listen, if he walked through that door now, you'd know him, right? You can nod or shake your head. No, it's fine, it's okay. What kind of age? Under 30?
Well, now we're getting specific here.
I think I could name him in one. It doesn't even need much of a guess.
There's no question in my mind that golf needs characters like Ian Poulter, and it's just great to have him in Live Golf, and it's great to have him in the Majestics.
Off camera, we're going to work out exactly who it is. We're not, but I'm going to. My man, thank you. I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you. We'll see you next time. See you. Thank you very much. Look at that. Job done. Let's go.
Well cut, baby. Nice.
Fresh and ready.
Coming off the back of Saudi to be sitting here now, going into the last day, for the chance to win for us as a team, we're really kind of on the cusp here of doing something really cool.
The Majestics haven't had a podium finish since event 4 of 2022.
Are you going to get back on the podium or not? It's one of those. Will it happen?
Lee Westwood to get the Majestics back in the hunt. And he drains it. The Majestics 32 under. They trail by 3.
They want to win. Nobody wants to win more than they do.
Ian Poulter at 1.
This would tie the Majestics for 2nd. Wow, what an effort.
The mentality of some of these players is just all or nothing.
Winning is everything. Life is one big game. You need to win.
Majestics are 2 back. They've never won a team title.
That is just remarkable.
I just don't know how this can be any more exciting. What more entertainment can these guys provide?
First place is 3 million, second place is 1.5, and 500,000 for third.
How much prize money have Team Majestics won this season?
About 50 less than that? Nothing. We have not won a penny.
It's been an excellent week for Ian Poulter. Pair of 66s so far. Henrik Stenson.
Oh, he played that beautifully.
Having seen Ian roll through some birdies.
That is an excellent shot.
Sam on the cusp of shooting a 65.
Puts a little sauce on that. And that could be absolutely vital.
Not only did Henrik have a chance to get us into the playoff as a team, he had a chance to win that golf tournament as an individual.
Henrik Stenson for the Majestics to get level with Ripper GC. Don't tell me it's going to be a Great Britain versus Australia end to the day here in the team competition. I was delighted to see the Majestics excel on Championship Sunday. The Majestics 2 back of Ripper.
You suddenly remember how cool it is. This is what we're here for.
And Henrik may need to drain that. This to stay on the podium for the Majestics. And it misses. Look, my heart bled for the lads because I know they put everything into it and I know how much it means to them. And to come that close in Hong Kong in front of a crowd that size, oh my goodness.
I think in the moment when it happened, it's gut-wrenching, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, we're so close to that podium, so close, you know, and it's such fine margins out here.
Right now, it feels like a big disappointment. I think when we get the chance to sit back and reflect on the week as a whole overall, I think we'll be taking a hell of a lot from this week.
We will podium with the team we have for sure. We know we will. It's about having the right mindset to just go play golf, and it will happen.
I didn't look at it as a podium, not a podium. What I'm looking at is how many did we not win by. Like, I think this podium thing can be made too much of. Yeah, there's prize money, that top 3, that's important, but we're here. You know, our mission is to be a winning team and thriving community. It's not to be a podium team. So my sort of review point is, how close were we to winning? I think we lost by 3 or 4 in Hong Kong. So we were really, really, really close to winning a golf tournament. Like, that's a big step forward for us.
Izzy is my amazing girlfriend.
It looks messy, but it's actually an organized mess.
To you, it's an organized mess. To everyone else, it's just a mess.
Yes, I am a hoarder. I would say yes.
These are called the Weatherspoons, LeBron Palmers, Columbia 11s.
Long time no see.
This used to be my locker, this one right here.
Little Sticks is teaching kids life skills through the game of golf. He's been ill at home, hasn't come down today again. We're 50-50 as to whether he's going to make it or not.